Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the KV-1. It's a Tier 5 Soviet heavy tank. It's located on the north spawn of Halluf Encounter, and this one is under the command of blacky3443 of the BBMM clan. Now this tank is probably the first heavy that most people get to play, because it's on the Soviet line and it's so well played it's unbelievable. Well, I think he's armed with the 85mm gun. I'll just check that now. Yes, he has. It's 160 alpha, 120mm of penetration with the standard rounds, and with the premium rounds that goes up to 161mm. So he can penetrate most of the enemy tanks he's going to come across. Now, KV stands for Kliment Voroshilov, and that was the name of the Soviet defense minister, and so they named that tank after him. And when they came around to develop the IS tanks, they named those ones after Joseph Stalin. Joseph in Russian, well, that's I, so IS, or IC as it would be in the Cyrillic alphabet, is how you get the IS name, and it looks IC in Cyrillic. Anyway, he's got 2 marks on the barrel, so he's played this tank quite a lot. He knows how to play it. It's quite a really good heavy tank. I rather enjoy the KV-1, and there's a variety of guns you can actually use, which include the 85mm you can see here, a 122mm howitzer, which is sometimes good for derping, and a 57mm. Well, the M8A1 takes one big hit, but he gets he receives a round from him, but it doesn't do any damage. Okay, BT7 takes a shot for 164. Remember, it's 160 alpha, so that's a high roll. He's side scraping on this corner at the moment to avoid any damage from the guys who are coming round, but I think they're reluctant to come round the corner now because they've seen that 85mm gun and they don't want to get hit by it. Now, there are some weak spots on the KV. You can take them down. You just need to aim for that driver's port along the just underneath the turret. Okay. Now he's got a difficult tank to take on. That's the Excelsior. It's a premium British medium, British heavy rather, not a medium. But it's got 115mm of armour at the front, and as I said, he's got 120mm of penetration. So he can get through that tank, even if he's aimed at the front. Trouble is, if he angles slightly at the front, then obviously it's a little more difficult to kill. Well, he's got his first kill. That was the Type T-34, the Chinese variant of the T-34. And there's more enemies around the corner. That is a KV-1. Yes, so he's up against his own opposition, his own type. Now, which gun has he got? Oh, he's got the dirt gun. That's the 122mm howitzer. Okay, so he just comes around the port, puts a round into the Excelsior. You can see how Stug got derped by the KV-1, but he puts another round into the Excelsior. Only gets a critical hit though, and he finishes off the Excelsior, and he's being hit from behind. I think that was one of his own teammates accidentally, but you see how he's going for the weak spots and he's killed the KV-1. Okay, who's next? BT7, Stug takes a round for 132. Now that guy's got the dirt gun, or is it the 75mm? But he doesn't get that kill, unfortunately. He did take a round from an enemy KV-1 over here, and the enemy is captured. That is the 85mm on that KV-1. Now he doesn't have good gun depression, only 7 degrees, so it does sort of like make it difficult to get shots on this guy, but he's going to try anyway. Goes for the front plate and he gets it through. You can see right through that front plate. Oh, that guy's got 3 marks, 3 ace tankers in that vehicle. Oh, he went for the lower plate. Now, he actually hit the boundary between the two, but he did get the kill, and that's his 4th kill in the game. Okay, so the enemy is capping. And, well, they're only 1 tank up on the enemy at the moment. Potentially, he's got the high caliber because he's got 20% of the enemy hit pool. He's been doing most of the damage for his team. Now, we've managed to kill most of the all of the enemy tanks that were in the cap, and we're now capping instead. There's an Su-76M up ahead. He's taking aim, but he's firing back. No, he didn't get that one. In fact, actually, there's a more dangerous tank over there, the Stug. Yeah, you can see why. He's got the 75mm gun, and is that 75mm or the dirt gun? Actually, it might be the dirt gun. Well, he's dead now anyway, so it doesn't really matter. That's his 5th kill. There's still 3 enemy tanks out there. Oh, it just took a round from an M8A1, which was only 75 hit points. So that means he's got the 57mm gun somewhere up ahead. And whilst his teammates are sitting in the cap, he's actually going off to kill the enemy and finish off the game to get all maximum amount of XP. I think a lot of people think, oh well, just finish the game early, get a cap and it's all over and done with. But that doesn't actually help you in the long run, because you actually get a bonus for killing all of the enemy tanks. And there's down M8A1, going up the hill. A nice shot, right into the rear. Can you get another one in? He tracks him, good. Go for it again. Nope, that one hit the ground. So he's going to have to chase these guys. And chasing an M8A1 is not exactly going to be very easy, because it's quite a fast little tank. The Scott, the M8 Scott. I guess he's hoping that the Scott actually tries to take pot shots at him, and then he might be able to finish him off fairly easily. Now, I think you can see 2 marks of excellence on the barrel. Blacky's been playing his KV-1 quite a bit, but it is a fun tank. I like playing it with the dirt gun, actually. It's so much fun. The only problem with the dirt gun is that it has got quite long reloads, so yeah, you have to take that into account. With the 57mm gun, that does very, very little damage, but it does penetrate just about everything it comes across. The 85mm gun, well, it's fun, but it's not it's not my preferred choice. But of course, the 76mm gun, that's the stock gun, that's the ZIS-5 gun, that is the standard gun that was fitted to most KV-1s. Very few actually ended up with the 57mm or the 122mm. Most of them had the 76mm, but they could still do a lot of damage. And remember, when the KV-1 first appeared against the Germans, when they invaded in 1941, it was quite a shock to them, because although the Finns had seen them in the Winter War in 1939-1940, to the Germans they'd never seen something with such thick armour. And all the Panzer IIIs, Panzer IVs and the Panzer 38Ts just couldn't penetrate it. They found it terribly difficult to take down a tank like this. Well, it appears that M8A1's gone all the way round the battlefield, round the top, and he's trying to get resets on our guys in the cap. The other enemies are a T-67, which is a more dangerous tank destroyer, and the Electo. Our guys are sticking to this side of the cap area. Oh, except for that T6 medium's gone around the other side. And the KV-1's died, which is not good news. And the T6 medium is taking fire round by round. It looks like he's receiving fire from the M8A1, and he's killed. And it is the M8A1 that got him. So Blacky is going to have to take on the others. And oh no, he's all alone now against 3 enemy tanks. The only saving grace is the T-67 does have very low hit points. And well, we don't know the others, but I suspect that they are fairly much full health. Okay, now he'll easily get this T-67 because he's made a foolish decision. Yeah, he's stuck around too long, and that's the Top Gun. If he can get the last 2, he'll end up with the Radleys, and that will be nice. Now, he believes that the enemy are over this side of the map, and I think he's probably right, because that's where they were last seen. But got the M8A1 and the Electo. There's the M8A1 taking a cheeky shot. Oh, he tracked him. Can he get another shot in before he fixes it? Yes! Nice hit. And the M8A1 rather cheekily stays behind for another. You can see that some of the rounds literally just bounce off the armour. It's very, very good armour. An M8A1 can penetrate a KV-1, that's no problem, provided they use the right ammo. They normally need a PCR, unless of course they aim for a weak spot, such as a rear or side of turret, that sort of thing. Well, that can't be the M8A1 in the cap. I suspect that's the Electo. And he'll probably go to the other side of the cap to ensure that Blacky can't get a reset from this side. Can't see him in the bushes there. Doesn't necessarily mean he's not there though. Oh, he's actually right. Yeah, he was on top, I think, or up near the top. Now the problem for the Electo is once he does get close, he can easily get shots on the guy. If the Electo tries to run away, he's likely to find that the KV-1 will run into his own teammates. The KV-1 has got a rather nasty gun, even if you try to run away like the M8 Scott did. He's still there because he's capping. I think he's trying to run around the other side. There he is, up on top. Now, I think it's trying to play King of the Castle. Is he going to go up? Or is he going to follow round? Well, the M8 is going to have to, the Electo is going to have to leave the cap. Is he going up over the top? He is. He's doing it again. And he's left the cap now. And there's the M8A1 up on the hill. And he gets in with one shot. Yeah, the M8A1 shouldn't have stuck around like that. Very silly thing to do. Now he's left the cap. I think the Electo is going to still play around with him. I wonder if he's thought about leaving the cap area, pulling back. Oh, there's the Electo. He's made a fatal error. He tried to get a shot in, even at the speed of Electo, though he's going to die. One shot in. He can't get away. Just needs to get an accurate shot. Oh, he tried to ram him. And that's a ridiculously bad thing to do with the Electo. And he dies and gives blacky3443 a Radley Walters medal and a badly damaged, or badly dented I should say, because he's not badly damaged. He's still got most of his hit points. And a victory for his team. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And here's the end of battle results, and it was an ace tanker for blacky3443 in the KV-1. He managed to get a shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a fighter effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one he managed to get 10. He got a Radley Walters medal, an epic medal for killing 8 enemy tanks. He also got 2 battle hero medals, the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a top gun for getting at least 6 kills. And look at this, the win 8 was 22,478. That's very, very high super unicum, but it's the sort of levels you can expect to get if you get really good with the KV-1. Let's have a look at the team score and see where he stands. Well, he got 3,308 hit points of damage, the next high scorer being the other KV-1 on his team with 1,548, followed by the T67 on the enemy team with 1,499. That T67 got a defender for resetting the cap. When it came to kills, he's got the highest number of those with 8 kills. That's more than half the enemy team. You could say he carried the stupids in this one. And no, that's another franchise, don't worry. 4 kills to the T67, 3 kills to the other KV-1 and the M8A1 on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, he's the only one over 1,000, 1,619. The next high scorer had less, well, just about half, well, slightly more than half the amount that he managed to get. 872 went to the other KV-1, and the next high score after that was the T67 with 547. So you can see, really, on his team, the only 2 players who are any good were the KV-1 drivers, and everyone else, well, very poor indeed. And likewise on the enemy team, the only guys who actually kept him running for his money were the T67, who made a bit of a boo-boo, and also the M8A1 and the Electo. Well, the Electo could have kept him running around that cap for ages. It's a very fast little tank, but he made a terrible error being caught out in the open by Blacky, and Blacky just, well, took advantage and finished him off. So let's have a look at detail and see where he stands. 39 shots fired, 33 direct hits and 25 penetrations. With the 85mm gun, it does have good pen. Not quite as good as the 57mm gun. That is much, much better. 3,308 hit points of damage, all of it at close range. 10 hits received from the enemy, only 2 penetrated, 8 non-penetrations, and 920 hit points of damage blocked by armour. He spotted 4 enemy vehicles, damaged 11 of the enemy, killed 8, and did 772 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 64,079 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 15,663 credits. He got 25 bonds for the mission, and 2,428 XP. There was no multipliers, so that's all the experience points he took away. So, yes, definitely carrying hard, definitely carrying the stupids. I reckon, well, apart from the other KV-1 driver on his own team, I mean, the fact that he did actually get hit by his own team during that confrontation up in the northwest corner because they just couldn't get their shots right. Whenever you get your own team shooting you in the back, you know you've got a poor team. But I think actually he was having a lot of difficulty because first he had that enemy KV-1 with the derp gun, and then the other enemy KV-1 who of course had the 85mm. That's a more serious prospect. The KV-1 with the 122 has got quite a long reload, so you can get a couple of hits in between his shots, but with the 85mm you're trading shot for shot. So it was good that he did actually have some teammates with him at that point to distract the KV-1, so he didn't end up losing a lot of hit points in the process, but he kept most of his hit points through the game, and the fact that his win rate is so high shows that, yeah, he really did carry this battle. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.